Hey guys, it's Vince and Drew with Power 5 Fanatics, coming at you Monday after week 8 in the college football season.
Yep, going quick.
We're going to go ahead and knock out the Eliminator video this week. These videos are getting shorter as the year goes on because there's less teams.
There's less elite teams out there than not elite teams. So a lot of
we
these
started
teams left
with
are really
what
great
was it,
teams.
80 something, I believe.
Yeah, we didn't have the full 120 because we
didn't
feel like it was
we just
actually
didn't do it.
realistic for every single team to actually have a legitimate shot. And we're starting to see that now that they're.
And there's going to be some of these, or a lot of people are going to say, well, they don't have a legitimate shot anyways. But basically what this board is, if your program's up there, then you're still legitimately
in the conversation.
Yeah, conversation as a national title.
Some of these teams are going to need some help, especially the group of 5 teams that are left. They're going to need some help from some of their counterparts maybe losing in front of them, giving them a leg up to maybe move up into one of those 4 spots. And then Notre Dame, they already have a loss. Any team with 1 loss at this point is going to have some help as well because there's 6 undefeated teams at this moment. Your top 6 pretty much. Well, I'm sorry, there's some other undefeated teams, but the top 6 that are undefeated are definitely in the driver's seat to earn a spot there. So they're going to have to lose as well. So
we're going to be taking 3 off today. First off is one of the group of 5 favorites, definitely, but they got upset by BYU, which that really surprised me because BYU has not been playing good for the last month and a half at least.
Yeah, I've thought at times though they did have some pretty good games.
It hasn't looked good lately until they beat Boise State, but they beat them 28-25, and so Boise, sorry Bluefield, you're done. Moving on to the Pac-12, Arizona State really kind of hung in there this year with a freshman quarterback and I guess
second-year head coach.
Second-year head, that's right. Yeah. Herm was there last year too, wasn't he?
Herm Edwards, yeah.
But anyways, they really got steamrolled by Utah. Yeah. 21-3. I mean, that one really that was an eyebrow raiser with me because I thought it would be closer than that.
And I think Utah's a really great team. I mean, we had them in our preseason favorite.
They're definitely number 2 in the Pac-12.
But we kind of, obviously they did not cover the spread. We thought that they would because, they had been up to this point. So kind of a disappointing loss for Arizona State, to be honest with you, only scoring 3 points.
And Big Blue, we kept you up there as long as we could keep you. And that's it. After losing to Penn State,
2 quality losses. I mean,
they were
Wisconsin and Penn State.
But they're just not one of the elite teams in the Big Ten. They want to be, and I thought they're going to win the Big Ten this year. So it just goes to show you what I know. But we had to take Michigan off there. They're done. They've got 2 losses.
I thought they fought well in that game because again, that was another one of those spread picks we got wrong. We picked Penn State to cover 8.5 at home.
Yeah, and won by 7.
Almost did, but Michigan was able to score kind of late in that game to make it 21-28. So I thought they fought well in that game, and I actually think that might have been one of their best performances of the whole season.
Yeah, exactly, because they were competitive. It's just their offense has been the Achilles heel for them all year.
They're not able to put up points.
Their defense has been solid the whole year, and they were pretty good against Penn State, considering the kind of team Penn State is. So we got 18 teams left, and we'll kind of give you the breakdown on the conferences.
Yeah, so, with these 18 teams, you start to kind of look at you start to kind of maybe put these teams in a different bracket, maybe in more of the elite, almost getting to that elite status where we're through week 8 now, and these teams are still up on this on the board. The SEC's got 5 teams still, and that's pretty impressive considering
Yeah, it really is.
Their schedules are pretty.
That's going to be changing here in the next couple weeks, but
you got
LSU, they start playing each other.
Florida, Alabama, Georgia, and Auburn are your 5 SEC teams.
Now that we're getting into the meat of the schedule,
they're going to start to have to play each other LSU,
the second half of the season is always where the meat grinder starts,
Right.
and that's where they're going to start knocking each other out.
And LSU and Alabama are going to have to play. Georgia is going to have to play Florida and Auburn. So yeah, this stuff's gonna start to pan out as we go through the season. But they got 5 teams right now, which is pretty impressive. The next most is the Big Ten. They've got 4 teams. Ohio State, they got Minnesota, they got Wisconsin still, even though they lost this past weekend to Illinois on the road, and then Penn State with the big win over Michigan State at home. Then you have three conferences with 2 teams. The Big 12, ACC, and Pac-12. The Big 12's got 2 teams, OU and Baylor. The Pac-12's also has 2 teams. They have Oregon and Utah. Yeah, and those are the 2 best teams in the Pac-12 as well.
ACC, of course, Clemson, and then Wake Forest is just hanging on.
With a good,
They've only got 1 loss so far.
I thought Wake Forest had a pretty good bounce back win this week. They beat Florida State 22-20. Mm-hmm. Florida State's not a good team, but they had just lost to Louisville, which is kind of a rough loss.
Yeah, I don't know how long Wake Forest is going to be up there, but because they haven't, their wins really have not been impressive, and they hadn't played a whole lot of people. But they are 6-1, so you got to respect that. And then we got a group of 5. We got a couple up here still.
We just eliminated a group of 5 team, but that still leaves us with 2 more.
App State.
State's
I'm telling you, App State is. They've been very impressive. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, this last week, who did they beat? 52-7. Can't remember who it was, but it was a little bit of an eyebrow raiser because it was a big win for them. But they've just been doing that really all year. And then
SMU is still undefeated.
I mean, they're on their best season since 1982.
They beat Temple this past weekend.
Yeah, and really beat them pretty good in Dallas. And I mean, I don't know. SMU, might be the second best team in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, it might be Baylor, SMU.
I mean, I would still say I would put the Longhorns in front of them still, but it'd be by that much.
I mean,
that's how good SMU
is,
man.
In Texas right now.
Yeah, they really are.
And then that leaves us also with 1 independent team, kind of the team you all expected to still be up there, Notre Dame, with 1 loss to Georgia, which is quality loss. Georgia doesn't look as good as they did a few weeks ago.
They were off this past week, but so they didn't have a chance to get knocked off. But they're probably going to have a tough time winning out.
They still have to play Michigan.
Yeah.
They had to. Of course, they already played USC, which was.
If they win out though, and that USC win's looking better all the time because USC has really come on. If Notre Dame wins out, though, they're going to be hard to keep out of the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's going to depend. If you're a 1-loss team, especially Notre Dame without a conference championship.
Notre Dame wants chaos right now. They want people losing.
Mm-hmm. And they want Georgia to keep winning, too, because if they're going to say that, hey, my resume is as good as some of these other 1-loss teams, they need Georgia to be probably SEC champs.
Of course, that's pretty much every year with Notre Dame. Since they're not in the conference, they don't have the extra championship game to pad up their resume. They need chaos. They need people losing.
It'll be interesting.
But if they win out, it's going to be tough to keep them out regardless because they're going to have a pretty good looking
resume.
They will
because they'll have to beat Michigan, and they've lost 2 games, both to quality teams. So that's going to be a quality win if they're able to win there as well. And I think that's in the Big House. That's at Michigan, I believe. So it's going to be a tough game.
That'll probably be Michigan's Super Bowl. Well, outside of Ohio State, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That'll be the Super Bowl. It'll be the playoff game before the Super Bowl. But
it'll be interesting, though, to see if Notre Dame ever decides to join a conference. If they keep, having these issues where they, only get 1 loss through a season and they're not able to get in the playoffs, I mean, that might start to kind of that could turn into something where they're starting to think, well, maybe we do need to get in a conference to have a 13th data point to prove to the playoff committee that we're deserving of, the opportunity to be in there. So that'll be something kind of interesting to watch. If they do go 11-1, that who knows? I mean, I don't think it'll be this season, but it could be down the road some more.
Well, guys, let us know what you think. Subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell. We're going to have at least 3 more videos this week coming out, so we look forward to spending time with you.
And make sure you comment. Let us know what you think about. This isn't really an opinionated video. I guess it could be, but let us know if you agree or maybe you disagree that some of these teams maybe should still be up on the board at this point. Who knows? Maybe some team might come back from the grave. Who knows? So I guess we'll just have to see, but let us know.
Thanks for spending time with us.
Thanks, guys.